Here's the former press secretary under Trump's first administration, I believe Sean Spicer, saying that Obama leaked classified info. Now, this is back about the whole Trump-Obama alien discussion that's been happening this week. Let's just hear him out.
In a very interesting, different direction.
Please.
What people are missing in this whole, like, and this is just where my brain goes, because I tend to break things down like logically and like what got us here, right? So Obama's on this podcast and he gets asked, is there alien, right? That was the question. Okay, so break this down. What is his response? Yes, period. Now, if you're asking me, do you guys have it? Let's play this. I want you. I don't know if your team can do the sound right away, but I want you to listen to this because this is what.
Sidebar: I love that the UFO community is all like schizo-analyzing like this, which I mean might be worth it. Look at this look; it's a little sus, no?
Getting missed in the dialogue. It's not that he's just pontificating, right? Listen to how he says his answer. Okay, because it says yes, then period, and then he pivots to Area 51 as if like he's like, but if you're talking about the location, we weren't talking about the location. We're asking fundamentally, are there aliens? So can we play that?
Of course.
A couple questions here. Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no underground facility.
So you see that they're real, but he didn't say, look, I can't discuss that, or I haven't seen anything. He says, yes, but I haven't seen them, as if, okay, well, like, you know, I haven't seen a pile of gold, but I know it's real, right? So it's like, yes, it's real, but that was telling because it wasn't like, look, anyone who's dealt with classified information, and I've been around this now 30 years, you don't get into stuff like that. You obfuscate. You say, look, I can't discuss whether that's real or not, or obviously, you know, I'd access. I mean, this isn't the first rodeo that he's had with dealing something at.
Well, shout out Benny Johnson. He does great stuff, man. He gets a lot of good get
that level. And again, sometimes people just overlook the obvious, which is he didn't obfuscate. He answered that in the affirmative. Yes, but they're not at Area 51. Okay, I didn't even ask that. Why are you bringing that up? He literally said the quiet part out loud. And then Trump in his response, and again, I brought this up on my show, The Huddle, this morning, and people kind of mocked it. But remember what Trump said, and this was so beautiful on Air Force One. He said, I can't believe he said that. That's classified. Obama just said something that he wasn't supposed to say. And he put himself in a very, very bad situation. And Trump said, so I'll have to declassify it. He didn't. Trump, again, Obama set himself up for this. And I'm just saying that it's really funny because I know everyone in DC wants to dismiss it. But go back to what he actually said. Yes, but. And I think that was the big tell.
So,
what do you guys think, Chad? Is that the big tell, or are people making mountains out of molehills?
Oh, was this planned?
Ooh.
Do you think that this is a strategy? Do you think that this was like, because we were just learning about Kathy. We were just learning about Kathy Rumler. We were learning about Epstein running ops and comms for the Obama White House. We were learning that Epstein was running comms against a prostitution ring that the Obama White House had been ensnared with. And things were getting a little hot in the kitchen for Larry Summers, Kathy Rumler, Podesta's with these Epstein files. And I do wonder if this was a intentional head fake.
Look, I think they wanted a head fake, to be blunt. I mean, after what you just said, I would be looking for anything, right? So do I think that strategically they were looking, but the way that whole thing came together, it seemed like a throwaway question. The guy was like, let me get to a couple things. And I think he didn't expect Obama to answer the question that way. Maybe there was a plan to sort of move the narrative. I don't think that was part of it.
Again, reminder, this is the former White House press secretary under Trump's first term.
I mean, again, I don't think one is separate than the other. Could there have been a plan to obfuscate and to try to change the narrative? Sure. But I don't think it was based on that question. I think basically they were even shocked that Obama answered that question that way. And you saw, and again, what's missing in all of this? Go back and do the analysis. Obama answers that question, and then immediately a day later he realizes, oh my God, I should not have said that, and starts dialing it back. If you were serious about this, right, you would have, like, he clearly realizes it's got intention statistically in the universe. What is he not doing there? Addressing the answers. Like, this is like, he realized, oh crap, I said something I wasn't supposed to. And so I'm just telling you, I find this whole thing fascinating, because at some point, why or not, like, he wasn't expecting this question. The guy starts off and says, all right, I got a series of random questions. And I'm sure he thought it was going to be a funny moment. And then Obama said the quiet part out loud, and he was like, oh boy, like, I didn't think you were actually going to answer that question.
Yeah, Brian Tyler Cohen.
It's like, all right, Benny, let's get to know Benny Johnson. Benny, first question. Have you ever killed anybody? And you go, yeah, I murdered 56. And you go, whoa, okay, that's not what I expected. Like,
yeah, but then Brian Tyler Cohen, and I debate this guy like on Piers Morgan and Cuomo show all the time. It's like then he's just like, okay, moving on.
Because I think it was
poor Brian Tyler Cohen. You could tell he's like beating himself up. Remember we covered that the other day. He looks all disheveled. All right, let's get on to the next one. I think we got 2 more or 3 more stories to go. Let's see. There's some interesting comments out here quick. Allison Rose says, Dems have always wanted to be the disclosure party. It fits their social agenda. A Betty and Barney Hill movie makes so much sense with the civil rights backdrop. Yup. Which apparently the Obamas are still producing with Netflix. Nano Teacher Ryzen, if you could type out a phonetic spelling of your name, that'd be appreciated. Every single major whistleblower keeps lying in the phenomenon to the trafficking from brown to Herrera to gray. There is something that we are not being told or unaware of that is happening. They also say Jake Barber was confirmed by Greer to be one of the managers of the UP programs. Not that I believe him. Allison Rose says, Lou Elizondo was always hired